All right, we're going live now. Hi, everybody. And I'm going to leave the audio on for a second on Mixer will do so I can find out if I'm clipping. So let's give it a second. Looks like it's loading now. Come on, Mixer. You can do it, buddy. Okay, doesn't sound like we have any clipping, so that is awesome, and I am excited about that. Hope y'all can hear me. Hope y'all are doing amazing out there. I'm doing good. Desk is a little messy. Oh, gotta shut Mixer down. Desk is a little messy. I've been furiously getting ready for the Monster Bash coming up starting tomorrow. And one of my favorite shows of the year, a classic monster convention right in my hometown here in Mars, Pennsylvania. Beautiful, sunny Mars, PA. So it's awesome. It's going to be a good show. It always is. It's always fun. See old friends, meet people, talk about classic monsters. So I thought today, in honor of that, we do some classic monster drawings of some kind, because I got to buff up my my offerings. For the show. So let me get the paper tape down and let me zoom in here. I'm zoomed way out. There we go. And let me get zoomed in here real quick, and we can get right into it. Configure video. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I don't know if I want to go any further than that. Let's tilt you down, webcam. That's good. Yeah, that looks good. Any more than that, and it starts to get a little funky, if that makes sense. Gets to be a little pixelated and a little weird, so that's no good. But yeah, I've been doing some classic monster drawings lately to get ready for the show. I just wish I had more done. And I'm working on a sweet, sweet Halloween print of Michael Myers. So getting that together too has been it's just been a lot of work, you guys. It always is, but I love it. I love doing it. So I'm happy. I am content. All right, let's start by getting an appropriate pencil. Yeah, you guys can see that. Actually, let's see if you can see the 2H. Yeah, it looks like you can see the 2H. I'd rather use the 2H because it is easier to erase. That's a little bit lighter, but I always worry that nobody's going to be able to see it on the stream. So let's get that out of there. Have a drink. So, don't know how many people are watching, if anybody, but if you have any classic monster suggestions, throw them in the chat. Otherwise, I was going to do maybe like Frankenstein or something like that. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman kind of a deal. Something of that nature. Or even one of my favorites, Son of Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein and the Bride. Ooh, that might be a good one. For all you lovers out there. You know what I love about Frankenstein? Well, Bride of Frankenstein. It's a great look in today's topsy-turvy world of a beautiful relationship. These kids are gonna make it. You know, that's just how it is. So let me see here. I need to get a good idea of what I'm going to draw. And I'm thinking to have them... Shh, quiet down there. Computer, you're ruining my zen with your beeps. I did Morticia Gomez in like a giant heart before. I don't think I'm going to do that again. I did like that, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe have them be in the lab, something like that. Maybe have them be like leaning in for a kiss or a hug. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, and I can't right now. I just can't picture it in my head. Always start with circles. The problem is with this vertical alignment here, it's hard to get her head in because she's got that Nefertiti haircut that would go back this way. But I think as long as you get the little lightning bolt squigglies in there, I think people will accept it. You know? Little nose, the bee sting lips. Elsa Lancaster's chin. And then, even if I fill this all out, that leaves a lot of space down here. What do I do with it? I don't know. I don't know. And got to get Boris Karloff's face in there, that good profile. His lips would be there. And then his chin. Like so. I don't know, something like that. Something like that. That's a good one. They could be looking into each other's eyes. And then we got to figure out something to go down below here. And I'm not sure what. But that's okay. We got the start of a drawing, and sometimes that's all you need. In this case, definitely. That's all I need. So it's a start, and that's the important thing. Now we can start adding in features. Stuff like that. His squinty, beady eyes of old Boris. So how about you guys out there? Any favorite classic monster movies? The Universal monsters are always good fun, but I'm also a big fan of, say, the Hammer horror movies. Just anything, honestly. Even like low budget indie ones. There's a lot of good ones too in public domain. City of the Living Dead is great. Highly recommend that. So, gotta have the eyes in the same spot. Like they're gonna look at each other. Gaze lovingly into one another's eyes. Hey, El Jefe, how you doing? 1, 2 1/4. It's like I've done this before. 1, 2 1/4. Freddy. Good suggestion, my man. I have actually already drawn a Freddy for this show. I will show you. So you can get your Freddy fix in. I'll give you a Freddy that I did the other day. Boom, there he is. I did a Freddy and a Jason because I always like to have slashers. Cthulhu, some other classic monsters, Creature, Wolfman, stuff like that. So Freddy turned out a lot of fun. He was good to do. Pardon me. Thank you, thank you. Love Mr. Krueger. I've been trying to find, and they're a little tough to find, but the if you can remember Freddy's Nightmares, the TV show, it's an anthology horror show, kind of like Tales from the Crypt or the Twilight Zone or something like that. But it just so happens to be hosted by Freddy, and I've been trying to find them on VHS, and they're tough to grab. I gotta say, I am they're a little rough. They're a little rough to find. Okay, Miss Lancaster, let's get you in there. Yeah, Freddy is an awesome one to draw. The glove is a pain in the butt, though. The glove is definitely a huge pain in the butt to draw. Especially when it has, when you're doing an angle that's not just like dead on. When you're drawing it coming at the camera or something, I mean, that angle's bad enough for just regular old fingers, but with that glove, with those extra, the blades, whew, it's rough. And I learned from looking at photo reference for that, the glove does not have 3 segments. Like, you know, your fingers have 1, 2, 3 segments. No, it has, from the knuckle, a big leather piece that comes out to about here, and then a metal cap. So it's only those 2 segments there. Real weird. I don't know. I'm a huge nerd for like noticing things like that, but that's what I notice. That's how I am. All right. Let's get her lips in there. Pardon me. There we go. Yep, I got Freddy done. I got a new Jason done. I'm working currently on a Michael Myers, like a fully inked, a big Michael Myers drawing. Like a full-on, it ends up being 8.5 by 11, which is a big size for me that I can do prints of. So that's coming along nicely. I'll be finishing that up tonight, hopefully. Setup for Monster Bash is tonight, and then I will be in tomorrow. Starts at 3 o'clock. So I'll have tomorrow morning as well to get some artwork done. And that'll be awesome. Okay, the bride is coming in this way. I think that she needs a little more hair here. Like that, as the haircut extends almost to her corner of her eyebrow. Because that was a big old wig they slapped on poor little Elsa. Yeah, I'm very excited about the Monster Bash show. This is, I'm a big classic horror fan, so this is like a great show to go and talk to people, and I end up spending a whole bunch of money there because I buy all kind of DVDs, toys, model kits, figures, little bit of everything, and it's awesome. I love it. Last year I got the repop of the Guillotine model kit from the 60s, which is a fully functioning guillotine model, which I think is a blast because you can, once assembled, you can cut the little dude's head off again and again, and that appeals to me. I got some DVDs. I got some signed DVDs. Years before, I had gotten signed DVDs. I got Spider Baby signed by Jack Hill, which is super cool. If you guys have never seen Spider Baby, I would recommend watching Spider Baby. Great classic horror flick. Weird as all get out. Love it. Let's have them gazing longingly into each other's eyes here. And then for the background, I don't know what we want to have for the background. I was thinking maybe like Frankenstein's castle or something there in the back. And it's being struck by lightnings coming down. Like that. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe the lightning is forming a heart. Ooh. Get my romance in there. I like that idea. I don't know how it's going to come out, but there we go. So there's our heart. And we can have lightning coming down like so. Streaking off. Coming in. Like so. This one's splitting a bunch of times. And this one is as well. Kind of coming in that way. So as the lightning's coming down, it's making a heart between them, and it's going to be going into Frankenstein's castle. That'll be fun. God, now I need a good look at Frankenstein from The Bride of Frankenstein, where he's kind of got the missing hair. Or we could just do the regular old, because I don't like that he's missing hair in the front of his head in Bride of Frankenstein. Maybe I'll just do the regular old Frank in there, you know. That being said, I do like when he's got, you can see the stitching in his forehead, like he's got the metal clamps in there. I do like that. And they're usually covered up. Maybe we'll split the difference, you know. Do something like that. That would be cool. And they gaze lovingly into one another's eyes. Behind them, the miracle of man creating life from a corpse. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. Okay. Pardon me. And then I now have to make a determination as to whether I want this to be in color, or if I want this to be in black and white, or like a sepia tone, or a pop of color, all that kind of fun stuff. Good times. Good times indeed. So, I don't know. If you guys have an opinion, if you want to see this just in plain old color, let me know. If you guys want to see this in black and white, or black and white with a splash of color, like all black and white except for that heart, which could be put into like blue, let me know. And I need a little reference of the castle from The Bride of Frankenstein. And we're going to have some, trees here. And I think it might be fun to have down here, like as it's in the background, torches and pitchforks as an angry mob of villagers begin storming the castle. Because that's very Frankenstein, I gotta say. I do have to say. Now, the one in Bride was on the, not a cliff, but like it was at the top of this huge mountain, I remember. Hi, R-Fixer. I did finish the Birch. Fortunately, I sold it this past weekend, or I think this past weekend at Kennywood. But if you'd like to see a picture, I can get one thrown up on the screen for you here. Just give me 1 second, and up it will go. Okay, so image, browse file. This thing is going to be huge when it pops up, so just FYI, I will scale it for you, and you can take a look at it while I draw in the castle here. Give me 2 seconds. Whoop. Yep, enormous. Okay. And there she blows. And that's what she looks like. So, very cool. I think she turned out really well. A lot of fun. Somebody had seen it at the Sci-Fi Valley Con. So then when they came to Kennywood, they asked, hey, do you still have this? My wife ended up being the one to sell it. And she had no idea what the hell it was. She wrote in my little book of notes for the show, weird thing sketch card. And it was a good suggestion. I ended up watching, I probably mentioned this before, but I ended up watching the, oh no, I don't want to do that. The Birch little short film. It was great. I really, really enjoyed it. Okay. I don't need that. But it is like on a cliff. So let's do that here. Okay, and splash of color. Sounds good to me, El Jefe. I think we'll do blue in the lightning up here and kind of a blue vibe around it. And then we'll do down here where the torches and pitchforks are, we'll do kind of a reddish orange glow on the bottom half of this thing. If that makes any sense to anybody, then good. do. Can't make it look like a giant match. Got to make it look like an actual torch. Let's say this guy has a sickle. Like the Grim freaking Reaper. Another torch here. Going this way. So what would people have? What kind of weapons would torches and pitchforks crowd have in these old movies? I know they have like clubs. Oh, cool. Here's a cool pic from Bride of Frankenstein. The part where they tie him up in the forest. This guy has like a 3-sectioned thing. I don't know what you'd call that, but this dude's got one, so good on him. And then let's balance the picture out with some stuff there. Still looking for a good look at the castle from Bride of Frankenstein. You'd think that would be an easy image to do a quick Google search on. But no, apparently not. They give me like every castle but that one. It's irritating. But we'll get there. We'll find it. Kind of made by a thrown torch. How so? Like, how are you meaning with that? Maybe I'm not picturing that right. I just can't. I'm not picturing that exactly right. Ooh. Looks like things are getting blurry here and crashing. Wonder what that's about. And Mixer has crashed as well. Huzzah! Okay. Let's try to get this fixed. You know, we're going to just go with a pretty average looking tower here. There we go. Let me reload these pages here. Let me make sure I'm still streaming. Because it looks like my whole kit and caboodle has decided to... Great. Good. Good. It looks like on my side everything has decided to just really crap out on me. And I don't know why. So I'm going to close those up. To signify the burning love. No, I like the idea, but I'm just unsure of how to implement. You know what I mean? Some hats here. Like, I guess that's what I'm saying is I'm not sure how to implement the thrown torch look of it. It does seem fine, El Jefe? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I closed out Mixer and Twitch on my side, and that seems to have helped. I think it was struggling with the upload stuff. Yeah, so would the torch be like up here? Like in the castle area? That's what I mean by what I'm unsure of. I like the theme of it. I just am unsure how to get it to look right. That's okay. Thank you for the, thanks for the suggestion. I think I'm going to stick with the lightning, though, just so we can keep rolling on this guy. Some extra lightning streaks there. Rolling clouds here. We'll have a nice orange glow that comes down at the bottom of the piece, a blue glow at the top, and we'll go from there. And we'll have like a path that comes down. Little path coming down. It's your world. There's a path that lives right there. And some mountains here. Big old mountains. There we go. That's cool. I dig it. Okay, so we are going to go with, you guys had requested for splash of color. Let me pull out the old marker case. And we should get started. Let me move these guys here. And we can get into this guy. Thanks, El Jefe. I appreciate it. Much obliged. Next week, we'll probably be doing something a little more fun, like a pop culture mashup. Something, maybe more fun isn't the right word, but something crazy. So, definitely stay tuned for that. Have a great day. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to start by throwing in hair. For these guys, and I'm going to use cool black. I find cool blacks look good for classic monster stuff, or cool grays, I should say. So starting with the bride here. I'm just kind of dabbing in like little bits of here that way. And then moving on to old Boris, old Frankie. with the same cool gray color. As it nears the top where there's some light, we're going to leave it a little more open, lighter there. Good. Good, good, good. And now we're going to tone it a little bit down to a 7 here. And then I'm going to start putting in his like brow ridge and some of the shadow areas here, the deep shadow areas. Down here on his jacket. Pardon me. With her, we'll do the eyebrow. A little bit of the underside of the eye here. A little bit of the stitching areas. Okay. That looks good for now. And now we're just going to go even lighter with a cool gray 4. And then I can start putting in some of the even more shadowy areas. She's going to be a tough nut to crack as she's very pale. So getting her done with the... keeping her extremely light, I guess I should say, is going to be the key for her to look good. Frankie, I mean, I think he's pretty... When you're doing male figures, I find just the way it works is you can be a lot more blunt with it. With female figures, you got to be pretty delicate. With where you're putting things. But we can fill in a little bit up here. Start dabbing in some areas here. It's fine. Pardon me. Doing that brow ridge a little more. There we go. That's coming. I like where this is headed. I like where this is headed thus far. Although I think I am going to darken his shirt a little bit. Now, the last classic monster movie I watched was City of the Living Dead, which I'd mentioned just now at the beginning of the stream. That was a good one. I like that one. I like that a lot. Christopher Lee, it's got a satanic cult and some of the best atmosphere I've ever seen in a horror movie. And it's public domain, which is awesome. I'm always into public domain stuff. Okay, so with these torches and pitchforks, I'm going to have that give a little bit of an orange glow. We're going to use 07, so this is the moment of truth where things can be good or absolutely ruin this drawing. But just on some of the lower areas, just a wee bit of orange here. Just to pull that in. Her shirt would definitely pick up a good deal because she's in like a white gown. Under Frank's nose. Right there. A little bit on his underside of his eye. Yeah, that's cool. Good deal. Okay. And a little bit on the underside of her cheek. We'll try to flesh that out a little better. There we go. That's cool. And then we got to figure out our lightning color coming in, because that's going to go on top of everything. Just a little bit, because I don't want to take away from what the lightning's doing with this heart shape. But I think what I'm going to do is get in with, this is Blue Violet 29. This is called Slate. It's a color I like a lot. It's good for night skies and stuff like that, because it's very, very dark, but it also still has that blue-violet quality to it. And from here we can start kind of putting in all around this lightning. We can outline Miss Lancaster. And that's cool. And then we can start filling in the gaps. And I think it's going to turn out looking good this way. Because again, it's the color is there, but it's so subtle. But it still just makes a little bit of a pop, which I dig a lot. This big area here will do. I'm making sound effects when I'm drawing, so pardon me for all the lightning noises, but that's just my process, man. I'm an artist. Don't judge me. Don't judge my process. And I wanted to get the darkened space put in first. Then I can erase all these pencil lines in here. And then I'll have a nice area where I can fill in with the like electric blue color, we'll say, that the lightning's going to be. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to look great. So this weekend at the Bash, my pickups list includes a new Santo movie. If you've never seen an El Santo movie, you are missing out, my friends. I'd like to grab the script for the Lost Universal Classic, Dracula Meets the Wolfman. I've been wanting to read that for some time. As far as model kits go, unless I see anything cool that takes precedence, we'll say, I would love to grab the Mobius Grim Reaper kit, which is amazing. You guys know me, I'm a big fan of building model kits. And I love the old Aurora stuff. But the Mobius kind of redoing kits or making kits in the same style, I think they hit it out of the park with this Grim Reaper kit, and I cannot wait to grab it. But if something else that's even cooler pops up, like an old kit that's kind of out of print, and if I can get it at a good price, I will be more than happy to do that. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a good show. And then, of course, anything I see from, you know, the vendors have cool stuff, artwork and stuff like that. You never know what you're going to get, which I love about that show and really cons in general. But it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good show. I always look forward to it. The only issue I have with vending at shows, and this is just a common problem, is not being able to then enjoy the programming that they have, such as the speakers, and they show movies all weekend here, usually on 35mm prints of old classic horror movies and stuff. That's always a shame to me that I don't get to partake in that. It's just too hard when you're manning the booth and, you know, working the show and talking to people and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I love doing that stuff, but it is unfortunate that I can't be in two places at once. That's the big takeaway. Can't be in two places at once. I know Stan Gordon always does a talk on the paranormal on Friday, right at 3 o'clock when the show opens, and I'm there myself. I have no coverage. That's always sad to me because I really want to get into that and hear, you know, talks about paranormal stuff. That's super fun for me. I know, I think Pat Young from The Brain from Planet Eris, she's there. She's doing a talk on The Brain from Planet Eris. I think some other movies too. I'd love to sit in for that. Love The Brain from Planet Eris. Oh man. If I can get a good DVD copy of The Brain from Planet Eris this weekend, I would love to get it signed. And so that would be cool. So it's saying you guys will be experiencing buffering. Hope there's not too many issues out there. Yeah, it looks like I'm dropping a lot. I don't know why or what's happening with that. But so it goes. Why is this not working here? Hold on 1 second, guys. Looks like we're fine on Mixer now, as far as I can tell. And looks like we're a little bit better on YouTube also. So that's good. Alright, I'm going to do a second quick pass with this slate color into here. That should remove any streakies, which we know I don't like. Doesn't need to be perfect this time around, just kind of get mostly towards the edges, and that'll be all right. There we go. Yeah, I wonder why today of all days the stream decided to be crappy. And I don't do this or know enough about computers. I don't do this enough. or know enough about how all this works to really be like, ah, yes, the issue is this, and fix it instantly. So I do apologize for that. I'm a one-man show, you guys, and I'm trying my best. There we go. Fill in the gaps down here. There we go. That's all right then. It's all right then. Let me get to the live section here. Okay. Now we need a good color for the lightning. This is pale blue-gray. It's very pale, but not what I'm looking for. I need something vibrant that's like just gonna make your brain melt when you see it. Process blue, maybe not as light as I like. Let's go back down to Tahitian blue. I kind of like the Tahitian blue here. We also have even lighter robin's egg blue. I like the Tahitian. Let's go with that. I don't think I have anything like an electric blue, like just an insane nuts blue. Wish I did. I've got green, but no blue. So we'll stick with what we got, folks. And this I can be a little sloppy with. I'm going to go in with the white paint here towards the end and kind of make this all look a little more lightning-y, if that makes any sense to anyone. But that is something I saved till the end because you can't really marker over the white paint. There we go, that's coming. All right, and then we can also do the hair parts. Some here. Oh, I see a part that needs to go orange. Underneath of his eye. He's got that big brow ridge. There we go. A little Tahitian blue there. 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 There we go. And same with the bride. We're going to get some of this front parts of the hair put in this way. A little bit there. Wee bit there. That'll be good. Let's check the analytics here. Let's monitor this. Huh, weird spike bit rates. That's odd. Yeah, I'm getting these crazy bit rate spikes. And I'm unsure why. Oh well, what can you do? It says my stream is healthy right now, so that's good. Alright, let's get some of this pencil erased. And we can start adding in the major tones here for the faces. I think that's the next biggest, most important step. To do that, we're going to continue using cool grays. Lights like a 3 here. And then with Elsa, we're going to definitely need to be putting in the what the heck do you want to call it? The number 2. Cool Grays 1, Cool Gray 2. Cool Gray 1 I even feel is maybe a bit too big. Or maybe a bit too strong. For Frank, I'm not too worried. He can just be whatever he's going to be. But for her, we need to keep her very, very pale. Having that in might not work, but you know what? We're in it now, folks. There we go. Unfortunately, my Cool Gray 0 is like out, and I don't have a refill for it, which is very frustrating. But I do have Cool Gray 00, even lighter. Unfortunately, I don't have a refill for that either. So at this point, all I'm doing is just kind of getting these tones in. It's also kind of blending this orange just a wee bit. It's kind of smearing it out. I'm fine with that though. Because I think once the inks get put in, this is going to look a lot better. But I don't mind if a little bit of smearing, especially of that orange, just to give it a little bit of a glow, you know. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to take my colorless blender and just kind of go over a little bit of everything, just to kind of smooth it out a little bit more. And that's definitely going to move these colors around a bit. And give it a, not a flat look, but just make everything just mash together real nice. And that's what we want. Good, 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 good. I'm going to go in with like a Cool Gray Zero, which is running out of steam, but can kind of smear a little bit of extra. There we go. I like that. Okay, cool. Next step then, I'm going to go down from the slate color with a grayish lavender to do even more of this area around the castle. These are where the clouds are. So we're going to get that thrown in. Like so, and then we are going to go in with that slate to kind of tone the bottom end of it. Keep it looking like clouds, you know. Should get a little grayer here. We're going to go in with Cool Gray 8 down at the bottom. As such, colorless blender. And then with the Cool Gray 4 as well. Like a so. Should help keep that moving. Same with these here. There we go. That's good. And same as before, colorless blender up in the upper portions. And then the Cool Gray number 4 to help tone it even more. Yeah, I do not know what's up with the stream today, you guys. Very strange. Very, very strange. Okay. Good deal. That erased. Now we can go in here. I'm going to use, I think, Ice Mint. Yep, that works. To give a little bit of a look to this castle here. Good deal. And we're going to go in with our agate. Is this going to be too much? That's fine. There we go. And I'll go in with the white afterwards to kind of give that a color up. And we're going to go down to almost full black down at the bottom. Again, that's the Cool Gray number 10. Okay. And we're going to go. Looks like the stream is crapping out, you guys, so I'm going to have to end it here. I will try to get back on a little later, but if not, it was good seeing you, and I'll get this posted later. Bye.